Hey guys, what's up? It's JR Cuber. In this video, we have the long-awaited unboxing of the 13 by 13. So I got this puzzle from HK Now store. It was a birthday present from my parents, so I'd like to give a big thank you to them. I'm super excited for this puzzle, and without any further ado, let's just open it right up. This is going to be a totally epic unboxing. This puzzle is, I've seen videos on it, it is insanely huge, and it looks like it's an amazing puzzle, and I am so excited. Okay, there it is. Okay, this puzzle is huge. The box looks super nice. Wow. That is insane. The pieces are super small. At least they look like it compared to the 11 by 11. I've got my 11 by 11 right here. But anyway, let's cut this open. Maybe we don't need to. Yeah, we do. Wow. I'm just sort of speechless right now. This is such an immense puzzle, and I am so excited for it. Okay, so here's all of our other stuff. Let's get that box out of the way. So here it is. So you've got some application tape here, which I won't be using, and I've got extra stickers here, which I won't be using. I've got an extra sticker set for this puzzle, which I will be using, and I'll be time-lapsing that. Maybe. I think I will be, actually. But I might not do it in here where my filming station is. I might do it at my desk, because it's a little easier. Oh my gosh, this is heavy. That's extremely heavy. Okay, here it is. Wow, this puzzle is massive. It just feels like it wants to move right now. So, but this looks really cool. So let's just get it back and we'll do our first turns right there. Wow! No way. This puzzle is so smooth and it's so fast. It's not hard to turn at all. Oh my gosh. This puzzle is so smooth. It feels exactly like the Alfu, just bigger. It's finger trickable totally. It's so crispy and buttery. Wow. It feels just like any Moyu cube. Even these big layers are easy to move. Now let's just compare it to the 11 by 11 real quick. Here's the 11 by 11, and this is just tiny compared to this. Oh man, I am going to really enjoy solving this, I know that much. Every single layer, it's so smooth. The outer layers are good. The farther you go down, it is a little bit harder to turn, but that's just because of the mass layers. There's so many pieces that it becomes heavy, so heavy in fact that it becomes a little tricky to turn. But for a puzzle of this size, it's extremely stable. I'm not feeling like it's going to pop at all. And it's corner cutting well too. Like, I can corner cut on this thing. If I try to do that on the 11 by 11, it'll explode. Basically what I figured out, the 11 by 11 core is exactly like a V-cube, and that makes the core exactly like a 3 by 3, which means that this cube is very easy to pop. This does not feel like it's going to explode at all. The inner mechanism is more like a 7 by 7 than a 3 by 3, and there's lots of interlocking pieces. I'm not going to be taking this apart at all, because I can't even imagine putting it back together. I'm not going to even take any pieces out. I've never taken this thing apart, and I don't plan to. The biggest cube I've taken apart is the 9 by 9, and that wasn't that hard to reassemble, it just took a lot of time. This, just because of the small pieces, I think would be pretty hard. So, let's go ahead and put it into a checkerboard. I just want to test out all the layers. I'll speed this up because it'll probably take some time. So this is a checkerboard pattern. It looks really awesome. I really love how this looks. It just looks super cool. That took me quite a while. I'm not going to take it out of checkerboard because my camera's about to die, but I'm going to scramble it and solve it, and then I'll come back and tell you some more about it. So I'm back. I've solved this puzzle. I scrambled it and solved it. It was super fun. Let me say right now, this 13 by 13 is extremely fun to solve. It really wasn't that tricky, it was just took a long time. Last two centers wasn't that hard. I'm going to be making a tutorial on how to solve last two centers, because it seems like a lot of people have had a lot of trouble with last two centers, and I find it to be very easy. So I'm going to be making a tutorial to hopefully help some people out. So I want to talk a little bit more about this puzzle. This puzzle was intentioned to come out back in July, but there were a lot of problems with the mold, and even this mass-produced version has some problems. One thing is that the pieces have been cracking. If you've been on 51 More Fun or looked at Crazy Bad Cuber's Facebook page, then you'll know what I'm talking about. There's been cracks in the outer edge pieces, and it's been a big problem. I actually have these cracks on this puzzle, but it doesn't bother me enough to want to request replacement pieces and put them in, because I'm not going to take this apart at all. I'll show you the cracks right now. You can see how I've started to de-sticker the puzzle. I am going to re-sticker it, and I am going to time-lapse it. But I'll show you. You can see that there's a crack right there in that piece. That's the first one. There's an example right there, and there's another one right there. These are just some of the white stickers that I've taken off. There's also one right there. And but when there's stickers on it, it doesn't bother you. It doesn't bother me enough to want to replace it. You can see that there's a crack in that piece right there, but the sticker covers it up pretty well. This puzzle also never pops. During that entire solve, I never felt that the cube was going to pop once. I picked up the 11x11 and did a couple turns and it exploded. So it's obvious that this puzzle is way more stable. And that's really because the core of an 11x11 is a V-cube replica. It has the core of a 3x3. There's just the centerpiece and then all the pieces fit onto it. On this cube, there's a centerpiece, but then there's another centerpiece lower and one even lower. And that creates a sort of a 7x7 mechanism inside, and that causes the puzzle to be much more stable and never pop. Another thing I found is that when I started to take the stickers off, there was no goo left on the pieces. I was expecting there to be a lot of goo, and I knew that I would have to use Goo Gone to get it all off, and I was getting kind of worried that that might take a lot of time and also ruin the puzzle. But as you can see, I didn't do anything. I just peeled the sticker right off, and there's no goo on the pieces. This means I won't have to be taking a long time to get the goo off of the puzzle before I start stickering it again. Goo Gone also can mess up the puzzle. It can make it nicer, but I just don't want to risk that it could mess up the very nice tuning that this puzzle has. It's just so smooth. It's gotten even faster since I've solved it. These middle layers are just very, very nice. I haven't had to lube it, and I won't need to, I don't think, ever. It's pre-lubed, and they did just a perfect job lubing it. It moves perfectly. And for a big cube like this, you wouldn't want it to turn any better. This puzzle is a massive beast, and if you have the money, I definitely recommend getting it. It is one of the priciest cubes you can buy. It's $300, but like I said, it's worth it. However, it's only worth it if you like big cubes. If you're not a big fan of them, just don't get it. This puzzle is pretty hard to handle, and my hands were getting sore after half of the first center. But if you like big cubes and you think they're fun to solve, then you really should get this. So that's all I have to say on the Moyu 13x13. If you like this video, give it a like, and if you haven't already done so, like me on Facebook and subscribe. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.